Book still lifes appear in the Baroque era. Rembrandt and his contemporaries painted a few. They were thought to symbolize knowledge, intellect, discovery, but also the vanity of knowledge. When setting up a still life, I might have an idea or an image from a previous painting which I want to try. I might just start randomly shuffling objects around until they start to have a rhythm or form I like. The construction of the compositions was different than any still lifes I'd done before, because the books are so geometric, so architectural, they're literally like building blocks. A simple stack of vertical or horizontal forms work in an abstract way and highlights the texture of the surfaces. Leather, paper, canvas, and wood are the subjects and substances of these works. I've tried new objects to include with the books, contrasting the natural with the manufactured. The books I've painted are from different time periods. The transformation of the material book through time becomes part of the subject matter. The cards in the painting were a direct reference to George de Latour paintings of card players. The cards are also rectangles which echo the shapes of the books. They're depicted as bent and dilapidated like the books. The strong sunlight in my compositions create diagonal shapes in balance with the verticals and horizontals of the books themselves. Sometimes I've borrowed books from friends. A new shape or color can be the catalyst for a new idea. There is an abundance of books in our house. My wife is a writer, and I have an extensive collection of art books. We live with them and use them every day. They're functional objects in our lives. One set of books I've often depicted is an 18th century history of London. Their state of decay reminds me almost of tree bark in texture, and their poetry as objects continues to hold my attention. It's incredible to think that before the printed book, they were rare objects, and very few people could even read one. I think that books became a popular still life subject, much like the lemons or fancy glassware in Dutch paintings, simply because they were available and appeared in the households of artists and patrons. As the electronic book becomes more popular, I wonder if the physical book will become once again a rare object.